Hi, I am with Marek from Leeds City Museum. Tell me your involvement in this day.
So I think I played the role of helping sort of facilitate it in a wider sense, making sure that the museum was involved from the start, so the start in terms of the planning with the rest of the group. I hope what I've done is make the event easier by whatever was needed is trying to be the yes guy on it. So the main big things are the use of the room, helping with things like risk assessments, making sure that we've got the right kind of like help and things like that, and especially which is what everybody's done today, is putting together a streaming event, which certainly is something that as a museum I've never been involved in. So yeah, I think I've learned a lot really.
What's the importance of International Day of Disabled People and the role the museum has played over the years to that event?
For me, the importance of any event, but certainly International Day of People with Disabilities, Leeds for All event today, is that it's about addressing an imbalance, which is a lot of what my work is focused on. I'd say my main drive in this role in the sector is about equality. I firmly believe that that there is a way to get there. It's not easy. It's much easier to say than do. And yeah, there's not enough. I think people kind of fear things when they don't know and don't understand. And I think the more people understand, the more they would be interested in making sure that whatever provisions people need, that that the service supports that and makes all the spaces open as much as possible, really. I forgot what the other bit of the question was.
And the importance of this space being used over the years for International Day of Disabled People. You've been like a vital partner in helping in delivering that over the years. I don't think I've ever seen the events in other places. It's been a couple of years, so.
Yeah. No, I think that to me the museum represents, or it should represent, a positive platform for people, for everybody, doesn't irrespective of where anybody comes from, who they are. It's for everybody. It's not for a particular community or person. It's an open forum for all, really, in my opinion. And I think, for me, the positive of the museum is that it's a big, it's a big grand space, it's a big grand building, and why not have all different events happening here? Use it as a place to champion what you're trying to say and who you're working with. And for me, I'd like to do more. I think we've done bits of work supporting events like this. We've had certain programs, done some contemporary collecting around people living with sensory and physical impairments, but not enough, really, in my opinion. I certainly have plans to push further with my program, trying to look at existing programs to make them more accessible for people. And I think like all these little, not little, but sort of blocks of work that I work on, it all adds to a bigger, more inclusive approach, really. So yeah, and it's exactly what the museum service should be doing. Any person that walks into a civic service, a civic service council or a museum, you should feel happy and you should feel like you can identify in that space, and I think that can be a really positive thing when you walk into an institution like this, and there should be no exceptions to the rule. Everybody should feel comfortable and be able to interact, and not one size fits all either. I think that's really important.
One thing I would say about the Leeds City Museum, it is a space that literally feels like a community hub. You can come and access a lot. So imagine someone's watching this and saying, I have a great idea around inclusion that I would like to do with the museum. How do they contact you?
Either you can contact me through my email if you'd like to be interested in some work, or you're either getting involved in an existing programme or you've got a new idea that you'd like to bring to the table. So you can either contact me at my email, which is Marek Romaniszyn, so it's MAREK ROMANISZYN at leeds.gov.uk. Or another way is on my Twitter, which is at Curator Marek, all one word. I will get back to you and see what we can do.
Thank you, Marek, for all your amazing work you've been doing in the community. We really appreciate you. Thanks from Forum Central.
Thank you.